The old-timers, they have stories about them, but I can't tell legends. You don't tell stories during the summertime, only in the winter. We've been here for quite a while. Life, time immemorial. During the flood and before the flood, our ancestors' footprints are all over the place. Yeah. We as Indian people used the raptors' signs. We didn't have to have lookout. The birds told us. There's stories all along this river. There's probably a lot of stories that have not been found yet.
Gold was discovered about 1863 near Silver City, and that brought a lot of miners. So that's what's left over after the placer mining for gold, leftover tailings. Here we see some examples of structures that the gold miners would have lived in. If they had a little wood stove in there, they could be pretty comfortable. We're headed to Doc Hickson's cabin. He was a miner and was part black and part Indian. Doc was out here because he might not have felt comfortable living in the mainstream of Idaho at that time. He was trained as a veterinarian, but he made his living out here hunting and fishing. He was a musician. Sounds like he is quite a remarkable man. The Doc has become kind of a legendary figure. People would come and go, but he would stay.
Our ancestors lived very hardy. You can just imagine what they went through to survive in this area. They knew how to exist. They knew what was available in the environment, how to use it. Everything we used to subsist on. It'd be hard for me. I'd be looking for a shopping mall. Going down the river, you see boulders that have a lot of petroglyphs on them. And stories of our people. It's our history.
Barry and I figure about 20,000 people used this route starting in the early 1840s.
The government was giving free land so that we would populate the Oregon Territory instead of the British. And so everybody would pack up and move west to get their acres. Imagine walking along, it's hot, 105 degrees across the Snake River Basin here. The dust blowing, you know, it's just miserable conditions to be out in.
Lots of folks died. They figured there's about 10 graves per mile. It's pretty important to preserve this part of our history. This little trail was a major contribution to the settlement of the West.
Priest Ranch is this flat area that we see here in front of us. It's a complex that was made to grow crops and an orchard. People were living here up until the 1960s. People drove up herds of sheep from California and beef cows from Texas. They found a great place to graze up here. It started the economy.
Our signature is here in many of the petroglyphs that are left. They had a way of chipping it using the hard rocks. But I have no idea. I'm not that old.
This one right here look like a deer, huh?
Yeah. Got lines coming down. We look at it as a way of coming back to make contact with the spirits of our people that are here. The birds of prey area, a place to let the raptors exist in their natural way. It's protecting it. It's important to enjoy and live with the environment.